Hey guys, Ramos Online here, and this is the second battle against Reven, this time using a more unique team, but he does still have some Smogon inspiration in the team. It also counted my team pretty hard as well. So I lead off with Euphemia, just so I can trace whatever his lead Pokemon is, and it turns out to be Garbodor. And that does put me in a good position because Psyshock will do some hefty damage to this thing. But as I just said, it does reveal to have Aftermath. And at this point in the match, I did not know that Aftermath only dealt damage if the other Pokemon used a contact move. So in goes the Psyshock, dealing some, it's not a one-hit KO, but it does deal some hefty damage. And he does lead off with the Toxic Spikes, apparently forgetting I have Nidoqueen. So I actually switched Euphemia out here to go into said Nidoqueen. The main reason for that was because I didn't want Euphemia to be taking any damage, and I wasn't aware that the Aftermath would only hurt her if she used a contact move, which she didn't have any of. So that's a bit of misplay on my part. I probably should have looked up the ability, but oh well. So I get off that Earth Power, and it is enough to finish off Garbodor. I'm assuming it must have been physically defensive for it to survive that Psyshock and be completely destroyed by Earth Power. He goes into his shiny Greninja. I do not want to take anything from this thing, so I switch out into Laura! Arriba! Yay! Mirror Bee music! Pokemon Coliseum, anyone? Anyone? Okay. So he goes for this Scald, revealing himself to be a special Greninja, the most common type. And, of course, RNG gods favour this guy over me, and he gets a burn on the first Scald. Ugh. He also reveals himself to be Life Orb, so I might not be able to wall this thing out for too long, but I am quite confident it will be doing enough damage to itself that it won't want to stay in for too long. So they go for the Hidden Power, revealing itself to be Hidden Power Fire, probably assuming I was going to go for a Giga Drain or something, but I don't. I go for the Leech Seed to get some sustain. With Lefties and Leech Seed on the field, I will be restoring the same amount of HP as I will be losing to Burn. So the Burn is completely cancelled out, but it means I won't be getting any passive sustain at the end of each turn. So that's a little bit annoying. He goes for the Dark Pulse. I went for the Scald, hoping he was going to be silly and go for Hidden Power Fire again, but he doesn't. So my Scald isn't going to do too much. It is going to take him down into kill range for his leftovers, for his Life Orb, if he doesn't switch out. I'm going to get some sustain back, cancelling out the burn damage I'm about to take. As you can see, Greninja is now dangerously low. He is not going to want to stay in, but as you're about to see, he does stay in. He's going to take himself out with Life Orb, and Laura hangs on with 4 HP. This happy dancing pineapple is a boss. I went for the Synthesis because I knew the Greninja was going to take itself out if it didn't switch out. Getting that HP back, really nice. I am going to take some burn damage, and Lefties is not enough to negate that because of the lack of a Leech Seed. But that is still quite nice. He goes into his Heracross. I wanted to go straight in for the Leech Seed, but he goes with Venoshock. I don't understand why. Heracross, as far as I'm aware, has pretty weak special attack, and yeah. So he actually gets to flinch, revealing himself to be King's Rock. Pretty annoying. And is going to go for the Mega Horn on the same turn I go for Leech Seed, but it misses. That would have knocked me out, as it would have been super effective, and I do not have very good physical bulk. So I get some Lefties, and I get some sustain from the Leech Seed, but of course that is going to be negated by the Burn. So really, Laura is just going to be fodder if I don't switch her out. But I decide to switch her out, and I go into Bella to take what I assumed was going to be a Mega Horn, but he actually goes for Close Combat, which is even better because I actually resist that. So it is going to lose defenses, which puts me in a good position, and I'm going to get some recovery. It's not much, but it's something. It's going to help sap away its health, putting it into a nice kill range for a Sludge Wave, because Heracross isn't as fast as you'd expect, which is why a lot of people run Heracross with Choice Scarf. So that Heracross does go down, and then he brings out his Charizard, and he goes for the Mega Evolution, revealing himself to be a Charizard Y. With Drought, that thing is scary to my team, as it can one-shot pretty much everything. The only hope I have of defeating it is to outspeed it, which I'm not going to do as it goes for Heat Wave, which is enough to bring Bella to the ground. So there goes Bella, she served me pretty well. I bring in Yin, my shiny physical Greninja, and I am just praying that I get the Rock Slide hit, and I get it. I wasn't too worried if I didn't get it, because it would have probably used something like Heat Wave again, and that would have been not very effective, but I do get it, and Charizard goes down. He brings out Gengar, and I didn't want to stay in on this thing in case it was Mega Gengar, as I am Choice Banded, and I would want to be able to hit that thing with Night Slash. So I bring in Laura just to take the hit. Laura has done her job superb. I'm pretty sure in this match she is my MVP. She really is becoming the MVP in most of my matches. This is pretty awesome. So she actually survives the Dazzling Gleam and the burn damage, but she is going to faint to the second one. I'm not too worried about that. I was going for Leech Seed there, maybe if I could get like a Hax or something, but I don't. So in comes Macy. I actually saved her to near the end of the battle this time, and it ends up serving me pretty well. That Shadow Ball is going to hit pretty hard. It's going to take me down to my Focus Sash. Not too worried about that though, because Crunch is going to deal some major damage to this Gengar. I am assuming this Gengar is Focus Sashed with Destiny Bond, but it doesn't really matter, because I am going to get a Prankster Copycat. I also got the defense drop there, but it doesn't really matter because Gengar is going to faint regardless. So I get that priority crunch off, taking the Gengar out. Not Molly, sorry, I'm forgetting the names of my own Pokemon. Macy doing her job. I love this thing, I love Riolu. He brings in Electivire, and I wasn't sure if Macy would be able to outspeed this thing because she is adamant. So I just go for the second Copycat to make sure I get some damage on this thing. And I'm going to go for that second crunch. Priority, yay. And that is going to take it down. Yeah, about a quarter of its health is going to be lost to that crunch. It gets off the Thunder Punch. Macy, of course, not being able to tank that at a 1 HP. I would be surprised if anything could. And then I bring Euphemia in. Do I outspeed? I can't remember if I outspeed or not. Okay, I don't outspeed. He goes for the Thunder. Big mistake, because Euphemia does have special defense bulk. If he went for a physical attack, he might have been closer to knocking me out, but you know. He doesn't really seem to know how to use his Pokemon. He is misusing him. I'm not sure if does mixed Electivire even exist? I don't know. So that was a pretty fun battle. He didn't re-challenge me after that. I wonder why. And I'm also using an old title card because I think Laura did act as MVP. I should probably update that to have her nickname as well, like I did in the last video. But anyway, it was a pretty fun battle. He didn't re-challenge me, so that was the end of those 6v6s. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, favourite and subscribe. Give an extra thumbs up to my comments if you like Ludiocolo, if you like the Dancing Pineapple. Arriba! I don't know why I keep saying that. I probably am offending a large group of people somehow, somewhere in the world. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more and stuff. Yeah, stuff.